August 21st. As you can see, I am in my office. Today is a meeting-filled day. There is a convocation at 9:30, which I'm probably not going to go to. It is where they announce the winners of the campus-wide awards, and I was actually on the committee for the teaching award, so I already know who won. Anyway, so I am not going to go to that. I'm going to finish up some stuff that I'm doing for my classes. And then we have our college meeting is at 1 o'clock, where the entire College of Natural Sciences and Math, which is the biology department, chemistry, physics, computer science, and mathematics, and geography are all meeting together, all the faculty from that, and our dean resides over that meeting. And then after that, we break out and go into our departmental meeting with just the physics department, and however long that takes. But it's going to be an afternoon filled of meetings, but luckily I have meeting knitting, so that will be good. So I just got a message from Maria. She got the box of goodies. I hope you enjoy it if you're listening to this, and we will hope you give us some positive feedback. I'm always nervous about giving people my stuff that I make by hand, because even though I love other people's handmade stuff, I'm always downplaying mine. See, there's that imposter syndrome again. Anyway, so this morning I'm going to finish up. I worked on my physical science class yesterday, got all the dates rolled over, got some stuff updated. I'm going to work on my About Me PowerPoint for all my classes, and then I'm going to finish my weekly check-in videos for my physical science classes, and then we'll see what else I get around to working on. I need to put some rows on that tapestry project, because I haven't worked on that since last week. I don't remember what the deadline is on that. I think it's like September 24th or something. I mean, I'm not worried about getting it finished. I just feel like I need to stay on track, because obligation crafting always makes me anxious. Anyway, so I am here in my office, as y'all can see there, and we're going to get to work with faculty stuff today. Well, I took a break from working on class stuff to take a walk outside, because it is very cold in my office, and I need to warm up. So 98 degrees feels pretty good when your office is freezing. So I'm out walking around campus right now. We really do have a very beautiful campus. Our grounds people take really good care, and we got a lot of nice older mature trees that they've tried to preserve even when they build new buildings. So that's been really nice, although my favorite tree did not survive the building of the new part to the science building, which was really sad. It was a big tulip poplar. They tried to save it, but they just couldn't. We've got a lot of beautiful mature, like cypress trees and oak, different types of oak trees, and it's just a really pretty campus. Well, I'm back from a little short walk around campus. Right now I am printing out my lab schedule for Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen is our lab supervisor. Basically, he keeps us lined out on getting our lab set up and torn down and making sure everything's working right and stuff. So I try to give him my lab schedule at the beginning of the semester, so there's no surprises. You know, I know it's frustrating for him, for people to wait till the last minute to give him stuff, and then they tend to get cranky with him. They're the ones that tend to get cranky. So I try to make sure that I give him my lab schedule early on, and give him the benefit of the doubt, because he keeps my life running very smoothly. So I like to try to keep him, make sure he knows he's appreciated. Then I guess the next thing that I'm going to do is have some lunch and work on my tapestry project a little bit. We have a meeting at 1, as I mentioned already, so yeah, we'll get on with that. Okay, so I thought I'd show you guys what I was doing for my weekly check-in. So like the first one, I found these different videos. I like the SciShow channel and Veritasium, and It's Okay to Be Smart, and then TED Talks. And the first one is 6 Stupid and Dangerous Things Science Did to Themselves. This is about some of the more famous accidents or foolish things. And so what I'm going to have them do is describe a time when maybe your common sense went out the window, and I'm talking about the time I boxed myself in the eye with my rabbit cage door. So they just have to write me a short paragraph But I'll go on down. I've got some different ones. I'm like, secret to scientific discovery. It's okay to make mistakes. How to find a bad science. Scientific advancement. And then I get into some geology with gemstones and all that kind of cool stuff. And then the plasma in the microwave with grapes, the before and after. So this video was done first in 2011, and then this one was recently released. And he talks about how they've come to understand this phenomenon a little better, so it shows how science evolves over time. And then I've got one about structural blue, which I've talked about a little bit on the podcast before, weather forecasting. And this is from a really cool channel called SciShow Kids, and they have some really great explainers. It's a little silly video, but it's actually pretty good at explaining what's going on. And then I talk a little bit about tornadoes and why Tornado Alley is in America. Then we talk about atoms. And one of the cool things is some of the different outputs of the nuclear weapons testing, which are maybe more positive, is now if a piece of art is forged after the advent of the nuclear weapons, it'll have tritium in the hydrogen atoms, which it didn't before, so you can actually analyze the paint and tell if it was painted before or after the 1950s. And then we talk about nuclear power, and then we have our little evaluation check-in that we have to do to see how well they understand the scientific method. So that's kind of what I'm doing each week to get them to check in and just kind of keep on track with the class. So hopefully that'll help some of them, and it'll give them something interesting to read about. So I am working on my tapestry project. I've got a meeting in about 25 minutes. Our meetings, we're going to begin. So I'm going to try to get through April. I've got like 3 more rows to go to get through April. And then I'm going to call it good on this for today, and then come back and start working on May next. So, all right, check in with y'all. Well, we're done with our afternoon of meetings. It is about 4 o'clock, and I am getting in my car and heading to the house. We had our college meeting, and then we had our departmental meeting right afterwards. We talked about all the things coming up for this year, and our big push this year is going to be recruitment, trying to get new students to come to UCA. And so I'm going to try to contact some schools over in my part of the state, because I live about an hour west, to get them to see if I can go talk to some of the physics classes there and maybe get them interested in coming to UCA. So anyway, I'm going to head on home, and I will catch up with you guys. Look at the watermelon growing on the vine. I planted a little icebox melon vine. I think, let's see what they're called here. They're called Black Diamonds. So they're an heirloom variety. So there's one, and I think there's a couple more over in that grown-up mess where my pumpkins were at. So maybe we'll have some watermelons. Here's a volunteer gourd. I think it's a bushel gourd, maybe. It's probably crossed with some of my dipper gourds as well, but it grew up out of the compost pile as a volunteer. So it's got morning glory vines growing around it right now, but it'll be a pretty little gourd to maybe make a bowl or something. Look, I even found a couple more pumpkins. This one's probably too small, but this one's actually a nice size. I should be able to get some good pumpkin meat and seeds out of it. I've still got to work those seeds up, so maybe I'll think about doing that tomorrow afternoon. Well, we've got some little thunderstorms popping up around again this afternoon. There's one just to our south, and that's what's giving us this breeze. When these little afternoon thunderstorms collapse, their downdraft creates an outflow, and since that air is coming up from high in the atmosphere, it's pretty cool. It cools you down for a little while, which is wonderful. There's some up to our north again tonight, like there was yesterday, so maybe we'll get a little bit more rain this evening. That little storm had quite a bit of wind in it last night, which blew some things around at my place, and Miss Betsy said it did at hers too. So, but anything that cools us down today, I'm all for. Well, I'm trying out this new product. The feed store started carrying it, and you put it in the drinking water, and it's safe for dogs and cats both. And even though I put the expensive flea collars on my dogs, some dogs, I think the white ones, tend to attract fleas much worse, and it doesn't matter how expensive the flea collar. If I flea bath them, I still have trouble. So this actually has just garlic, vinegar, water, salt in it, and you just put it in the water, and they drink it. And it's, I know we used to put garlic on their food
to keep the fleas off. So I'm hoping this will help knock the fleas down to a dull roar, because the white dogs, especially poor little Feathers with her long hair, and Lacey, who's my older dog that has flea allergies. I'll let you know how it works. We'll see. It's worth a shot. Here we go again with some more pumpkins being roasted in the oven. I'm going to scoop all those out probably tomorrow. I'll let these, got the ones I did the other day in the fridge, and then I'll let these cool off tonight and scoop them all out tomorrow.
Thought I'd share with you guys this most extraordinary looking sky we have tonight. There's the sunset in the west. These beautiful pink and purple colors. When you get over here, and there's a line of thunderstorms just off to the east. Oh, and there's deer out in the pasture. See if I can zoom in where you can see them. See the deer? They got me spotted. There's some storms off to the east that are supposed to be spreading over this way. Every now and then the wind will carry a little drop of rain over here. It's beautiful sky tonight. One thing about living in Tornado Alley, you get some amazing skies. Well, I'm shifting gears tonight, doing a little plastic canvas needlepoint. This is the little Halloween sign that I'm working on. So I think I'm going to work on this for the rest of the evening. Well, Willie is protecting me from the unwanted attentions he thinks of Ears here tonight by sitting in my lap and warding him off. Oh, I know. I'm a good baby dog. Oh, Ears just doesn't need Mom's attention. Anyway, you're so jealous. Quit. Anyway, I'm going to call it an evening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.